Hello, everybody. It's Holly from Besotted Orchids. Welcome to the quote-unquote grow space. Now, just to get a better idea of it, there's my little Celestial. She's being wicked. This is our living room. Very high ceiling, so I don't know if that contributes to the air or whatnot. I'm sure it does make a difference in here. But that's our living room, and I have acquired the back end of the living room for my orchids. So here they are. We do have, I think it goes, I want to say 15 feet one way and maybe, I don't know. It's roughly 15 feet and 12 feet, I think, each of the different sides for the windows. This is about 12 and this is about 15 over here. But my husband did put shelving up for me. So they do live, I mean, honestly, this is our living room. So you can see they do live in the home with us. Excuse the treadmill, exercise balls, they live with us. So anyhow, on this end over here, these are Phalaenopsis, things that don't need as much light. Then we come along to the Phragmipediums and Paphiopedilums. Absolutely beautiful. That's so beautiful. I really hope that blooms this year. I've never seen any of these bloom. So here's to this being the year. Now, Tom, a viewer, I do believe he did... Oh, my floor's creaking. It's so dry. The floor creaks in the winter when it's dry. These are some... they're not orchids, but they are epiphytes, believe it or not. These are your Christmas cacti, Thanksgiving cacti. I believe these particular ones are. And they did bloom around Thanksgiving. They're in full bud again. These are loaded. So I don't know what's going on with that, but obviously they're happy. They're doing their thing. My large Christmas cactus is down in the basement because it does take up a lot of room. Up here are more like my Zygopetalums. Once again, things that don't need a lot of light are on this side because that faces north. That is my, we'll just go up upper shelves and then come down. My Maxillaria sitting here in the corner where it does get optimal light because then we've switched over here to east facing. This is kind of a southeast facing window. So that's my big red Maxillaria tenuifolia. Some Oncidiums are starting to creep in as you come along this way. Oncidiums, there's a Dendrobium, excuse me, I cannot speak today. Dendrobium nobile. More Oncidiums, and another Maxillaria tenuifolia. This is the yellow variety. And if you're not familiar with them, you might know them more as the coconut orchid. They do smell of coconut. Here we have, and excuse the lighting, here we do have a species Phalaenopsis, Cornucervi? Cornucervi. I kind of think that's, if I'm remembering correctly. More Oncidiums. And here's my Psychopsis Mendenhall that is under light. And a couple orchids that I am trying to rescue. These are rescues that I was ready to get rid of. And I thought, no, don't get rid of them. And look here. As bad as it was, let me pull this over so you can see this better. The light outside is fighting with the light indoors. Look at that. As bad as this orchid looks. And I'm going to show you. Yeah, it looks horrible. There we have a brand new growth. And that, I believe, is a spider orchid, one of the spidery ones. So I'm not going to, that one's not being thrown out. This is my Dendrobium anosmum. My coffee with a little shot of bourbon because I'm going to tell you, I'm a member of the Expert Hiking Club. We have two chiefs running the show today. I don't know what they're doing, but they both have two different hikes planned, and they're just going wild. I said, let me know when I'm done having my coffee what you guys have decided on, because I have been antsy lately. I mean, look at this. Good grief, we have cabin fever. I need to be out hiking. I had a lovely hike yesterday for 2.5 miles with my dog. But this is the Dendrobium anosmum. And it does have, let me get around here. See, I'm fighting the lighting from outside. Please excuse that. I am fighting the lighting. There are, I believe, 2 buds here, and there are some developing on the other one over here. And then there are some new growths coming along. Now my aggregatum, I'm seeing nothing. Nothing. And it had the same care treatment in the winter where I did take it down. I stopped the watering. And it is relatively cool because it's up against the window pretty much. So I don't know. We may see something, we may not. Have a sip of my coffee. Okay. This is a small Cattleya that my daughter did get me several years ago at Groovy Plant. Look at it. I don't know why it's really stretching out that spike. 2 buds coming on that. I'm seeing signs of spring in the grow space. This is the, I believe this one also smells like a coconut. Encyclia radiata. Yeah. Encyclia radiata. And these are going to look a lot darker. Their leaves are not this dark. It's honestly the lighting coming through here. I'm just fighting outdoor and indoor at the same time. This room would be much better recorded at night when I only have my lighting. But here is a summertime fowl. LD Bear King, I believe. There's my Vanda type back there growing rather well. Some of my oncidiums, honestly, I'm going to show you. They struggled last year. They really did. I mean, oncidiums need water, and I was not watering as I should have. So this is setting up 2 new growths in the back. So it's okay. It's going to be fine. But it did set it back. Some dendrobiums. This should probably come off. Oh, it just took itself off for me. Wonderful. There's a little mealy up there. This is a keiki coming on my dendrobium. So that's always nice to see. I mean, hey, you have another plant coming along. What's back here? Oh, there's a Paphiopedilum coming back here. And back there, look at that sad, sad thing. Clay pot, oncidium that needed a lot of water last year. It seemed song and dance, same old song and dance. The ones who didn't need a lot of water, they did well. The ones that did not, they did not appreciate me last year. So this one here is the sea snake, I believe. It's one I really, really wanted. Yeah, Anthura sea snake, unforgettable. I'm not happy with this. And it's not the plant's fault. This is on me. This is me. I did this. But it is putting up a baby, so fingers crossed. Kingwood Gardens did have one at their display, which will be coming up for sale in a couple weeks. But I'm like, no. You have one at home you can maybe save. Leave that for somebody else who might take better care of it. This is just the realities of growing. I mean, sometimes they're going to do great. You're going to have wonderful periods where you're on the ball and you're doing what you need to do. Other times it's like, wow, what did you do to your orchid collection? This is Chrysomorphum back here. This is a species. It is, along with the Sotoanum, the parent of the Twinkle. I did order that from Equigenera. Okay, down here we have a Brassavola hybrid. You can see, I mean, look how it's really, wow. It takes up a lot of space here. Another dead leaf. You think I'd have went through here beforehand. This is a dendrobium. I believe this is in the Roy Tukanaga family, Latoria family. More dendrobiums. Another Brassavola hybrid back there. You're moving into a couple Cattleyas back here. Some Miltoniopsis that really did not thank me last year. They did not thank me. I'm telling you, anything that wanted a lot of water. But there is a brand new beautiful growth on there, so what is on there? What is on there? 2 dead ladybugs. And they're not the traditional ladybug. They're the, I think they're, are they called Asian ladybugs? Whatever it is, they're the ladybug that is not the most beneficial to your home. They invaded Ohio, and I don't know, when they get in your house, they're in your house. My son swears one bit him the other evening. But there is a dendrobium. Oncidiums. There's a Cattleya down there. It doesn't live there. It's just, I was watering it. It never got put back where it belonged. Those things happen. Move some things out of the way here. There are dendrobiums back there, Cattleyas. It is crowded. It is crowded. Another Cattleya. I believe that's my Hawaiian wedding song, which I love. I love that one. Epicattleya, Renee Marquet Tyler. Beautiful, beautiful new roots coming on that. I'm really pleased with that. And something a little different. These are fig trees. 1, 2, 3, 4 different figs. And no, they're not looking the best. Those fig trees came from Amazon last year. I paid $20-some for 4 little starts. And let me tell you, I was so disappointed with what I saw. They were itty, itty bitty. So they're coming along. Here is another cat type. I don't know which one it is. I believe it's one that is purple. But look at the roots coming out on that one. Oh, that is a bloom and a piece of bark. Another Cattleya. Now, this is one I've never seen bloom. This is Golden Zell Lemon Chiffon. Big, beautiful, healthy plant. I would love to see this one bloom. This is Zygopetalum. This one did just come in from Sheldon. So we're back to the cats, things like that. Down here, ignore this. This is kind of my whatever table where I do work and whatnot. I'd love to have this as a coffee table on the other end of the room, but it's just much longer and wider than I would want. So unless I don't really want to, I could cut it down. I could take the middle piece out and then use it, but I don't know. We use it for various things. If we have, people over or whatnot. Other than that, it's a work zone. This is the realities. I'm showing you it real and raw. Here it is. This is a Epicatleya of some sort. I believe this is maybe Gold Digger. I think that's what this one is. There's my Neophonetia falcata. Sadly not looking very good. And it did not bloom last year. And upon taking it apart and unpotting it and digging for the reasons, there were mealybugs down inside the new growth. I was not happy about that. Look at this. It's one of my big spider orchids, the ones that look like spiders. Gilded Tower, possibly. And I tell you, this spike just emerged like 3 days ago. It is very, very quickly developing. Oh my goodness, I set that there last night after I showed it to my husband. This one is really struggling here. That better not be a piece of scale. This one is a Lycaste. It's struggling, and I love it so much. I really wish it wasn't struggling. There's some twinkles up there. Howiara lava burst over there with the 2 old spikes I need to cut off. A Cattleya. This is the saddest thing that happened this year. My big, beautiful burrow tail. It was hanging on my curtain rod, and I forgot it was on the curtain rod. My husband had pulled the curtains closed. And honestly, like 11:30 at night, I thought I had to change the curtains to some new ones I bought. And I forgot when I lifted it off of the hangers that this was hanging on. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. So all these pieces did fall off. I'm hoping, I don't know, they may decide to save themselves. But here are some other various pieces that fell off. It happens, people. So this is a Dendrobium as well. Dendrobium phalaenopsis type. This here is very interesting. Some man bought 2 orchids from me, 2 of the Oncidiums from Sheldon that I just didn't want them. So I sold them on. I met him at Walmart the other night, and he was from Russia, from the southern part of Russia. He'd swim in the Black Sea. He had so many fascinating stories he told about him and his wife, all the things they do. Anyhow, he insisted that I take a plumeria. And this is I never expected a plumeria start to be this big. So I did let it dry out, like he said. The other end had to start looking like this. And I did put it in a 1-liter bottle just to start it rooting. So this is going to be a yellow and a white plumeria. So I'm really excited about that. Something I never thought I needed. Now I'm obsessed with it. This is just some little geraniums that I'm starting. And if you have food carrier products, I mean, look at this. This just has some cupcakes in it. That's a mini greenhouse. Do you see all the moisture forming in there? Don't throw away things like this. If you are a gardener, use them. There's another Paphiopedilum back there. Let me see. Turn you around. Oh, here is a... Hello, everybody. Here is the Lady Ramona Fias. She's sitting over here all pretty. And when she's done blooming, she will return to a brighter area. It does get some decent sun in here. And there's just, I don't know what it is. Something I thought I had to have, and then I regret ever buying houseplants. I just absolutely love this. This is a little terrarium I put together. The moss is really, really growing. It's my little girl with the unicorn. So anyhow, this is the full, we'll do the completely around. I don't want to make you dizzy, but you know, we do live in here. Here is what we have going on for a grow space. Let me back up here. So I believe it was Tom who asked for this video of the grow space. This is pretty much it. And I discussed with my husband, I will be putting some grow lights in here. And you see the ones to the left over there that are a little higher. There's a lot of room in between them versus over here. Those lights will probably have to be hung a little, they'll have to hang down on a chain or something. Because I do want them a little closer. I'd probably drop them about 4 inches from the top over there. But if I do that, the Christmas cactus will move out in the springtime for the entire summer, not come back to fall. So that's a great place if I put some grow lights that I could really, really have a lot more grow space just for orchids. But this is it. This is it. And we do have a lot of in and out through that door. So, you know, the ones over near the door, they do get a little chilly, I'm sure, for a moment or two. But yeah, this is the quote-unquote grow space. I hope you enjoyed seeing it. This is just how I'm making it work in my home. Every home is going to be different. You might just have a windowsill, and that's great. That's great. I mean, look, these are on the windowsill, basically. We just extended the sill, basically, by putting the boards here. Let's talk about the boards for a minute. I did put this here just because it kind of went with the door. So you can pretty it up a little bit. But look what they're on. They're just on basic hangers for shelf hangers. And I did put a clear coat on all the boards. These are basic pine. I wasn't going to spend a fortune on oak or anything like that. I think these are 1 by, I want to say these are 1 by 12s. And for some reason, I think the ones on the upper shelf, we did buy 1 by, I think we got 1 by 10 up there. And I'm not certain why that happened. But the lower ones are a little deeper, 1 by 12. Plus, they also have the 4 inches of the window sill itself. Like you see my figs are growing on. I can get them up a little closer to the window. And these literally are on the windowsill. So that's it. That's it. This is the grow space. Back up. And it is a really large room, so I'm not taking any floor space. No floor space is being lost. People say, oh my gosh, your poor husband, your poor family, how do they live with all these orchids in your home? Well, they live quite well. There's absolutely nothing they're going to be tripping over. There's nothing they're going to trip over. They're all up on the wall. So I really, really do enjoy that. And they get optimal sunlight up there. You have to eke out every bit you can get when you're growing in a home. So this is it. I hope you enjoyed a quick little view of it. I hope that answered your questions. I believe it was Tom who did ask for a little video of it. So I hope you have a great day. Please like, share, subscribe, and above all, enjoy those orchids.